What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the Umineko answer arcs. In the last video, we wrapped up the question mark event for episode 5, and it was a wild ride. And my god, it made everything worth it. Oh my god, that was too good. Too good. Too good. It's downright criminal how good that was. I loved it. I've had some time to reflect, and I can say for certain episode 5 so far has been my absolute favorite. So f***ing good. So f***ing good. I need to not be saying that within the first minute. God. Anyway. There's really not much more to say. We're going to jump into episode 6. Dawn of the Golden Witch. Damn it, it won't show me the titles of the other ones. I was thinking about it. Dawn of the Golden Witch. Good morning. Now the curtain shall finally rise on a game presented by that Battler-sama. Will Battler-sama manage to successfully and spectacularly fill the enormous role of Game Master? Let's bear witness to this fight from the opposite side of the chessboard. There no longer is a difficulty level. There is no longer a hint, but a confession. Okay. Okay. Ooh. I'm not gonna lie. Send some chills up my spine. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Mad hype. Let's go. Let me get my cursor out of here. The story is very obviously fictional and fantastic in nature and resembles to existing individuals, organizations, locations, and incidents entirely coincidental. I enunciated that. Oh, the cathedral looks more white. What's going on here? Beautiful glow shone from the skylight over the grand cathedral. The place was somehow different from the way it had been during the witch's trial. The decorations had changed. Yeah, I noticed. A lot more white. The several pleasantly sparkling white ribbons that adorned it were thin like razors, but they trailed beautifully in the air. Flowers were arranged all over in a way that would make any place look cheerful. It was like how a single drop of impure water can spoil an entire cask of wine. Just the presence of those flowers, those ribbons, and the red carpet that ran down the center of the room made it hard to believe that this was the same place Ishirami Nazi had been falsely accused of a crime. And it truly become a wedding chapel. Huh? Like, yeah, that was the vibes I was getting, but, who's who? Hey, yo, hold up. You're not just gonna throw some rando at me off the bat like this. Who? Hey, yo. Who? These words, spoken by two demons who seemed to be in charge of the gathering, were part of a ceremony for making an oath of love before the eyes of God. Of course, in this wedding celebrated by demons, there was no priest in sight. Instead, there stood the witch who controls miracles. Oh. You.
健やかな時にそうねやめる時に支えてこそ妻だわそうよねエリカはい我が主似合ってるわよ花婿の征服者としてふさわしい装いじゃない光栄です我が主
The bride standing on the carpeted path is Filida Erika. The groom's face couldn't be seen. Yeah, okay. The bride's outfit certainly was a pure white wedding dress. Her veil represented both the white of God's blessings and the white of a demon's cruelty. A great many goat nobles, witches, and demons were gathered for this wedding. If only their heads hadn't been those of goats. It would probably have seemed a very refined crowd worthy of this great cathedral.
さすがよベルいちいち考えることがえぐいったらあれしない
やめる夫に支え素敵じゃない
Wait
お似合いエリ
a minute.
カそしてあなたにもおめでとう新郎
Yeah. At that point, Bernkastel stared straight into the groom's eyes. The groom didn't answer. His eyes were gray. His lips would mutter something from time to time, but no one could tell if the words meant anything.
ねえ、聞いてる？あんたたち。
She spoke to the groom in the plural. Of course, there was only one groom, and of course, the gray-eyed groom didn't answer.
聞こえてはいても答えられませんか？安心して、バトラさん。あなたのすべてを私がにじり尽くしてあげますから。
The Witch of Miracles sneered with an evil smile that even a demon would shudder to look at. Even that sneer provoked no response. What the fuck is happening? From Badler's dim eyes.
人は愛のために生きるのです。すなわち今日あなた方は生まれてきた意味を目的を
生きる力、愛の力のなんと偉大なことか。今日という日の輝きがどうかお二人を永遠に祝福しますように。
うるさいわ、悪魔ども。次の次第は何よ？
お二人に永遠の愛の制約を求めます。
その次は指輪の交換を。
On Balor's hand was a ring bearing the seal of the one-winged eagle, proof that he was the territory lord of this world. And on Oedipus' finger was a diamond ring that could not be shattered by any miracle. Diamonds signify an eternal bond. However, in Greek, the word diamond simply means unbreakable. Oedipus wasn't vowing to love Balor forever. She just wanted to rule over him as her eternal property. This wedding was being performed for the sole purpose of defiling Balor.
ご安心を。だからこの挙式はあなたを征服する儀式です。
I feel like we're missing a few steps here. How did all this
あな
happen?
たの心は永遠に脱出不可能の密室に閉じ込められ、あんたの持つ領主の座もその証の指輪も。
ねえ、ない。
なんです？
でならない。
出られないですよね、その密室。
Is this just like they're showing me this event and then we're gonna cut back and be like, anyway, here's the events leading up to this, right? You're not
あ
like
ん
what?
たが自分で作った密室なんですから。あんたは永遠にその密室で苦しい。私は妻としてあなたのそばに永遠にいて、
Yeah,
その
that's
苦
what it
悶の
is, right?
表
That's
情
what
を
it is.
独り占めします。
And then they're gonna cut back. We're gonna go through the whole event. There's gonna be some. Okay.
あなたを永遠に。
後ろ宮バトラー。
世界に散らばるオーブ視覚に届かぬもの実体のない観測者全地を満たす繰り返すペンデュラムわずか少しの不純動機生命の木の果実は土に落ちた魔法のように不自然でじみたこの儀式が陣を描く筆先で構えるのなら世界ごと規定する夢なそれはまるで全てを見透かすように不埒な力で嘲笑い祝福に満たされゆく夢な の力は覆り離れ落ちゆく仕組まれた奇跡へと
So yeah, no, that still goes hard. All that could be heard was the sound of the wind. The sound of misfortune, bringing sadness and unease to all who heard it. Slowly, I came back to my senses. Finally regained consciousness on top of a bed with a firm mattress. Where was this again? I can't remember where this is, but I can vaguely recall that I must not remain here. The room was dimly lit. There was a light on, but that just made the darkness and eeriness of the room more apparent. There were no curtains over the window, but it was too dark outside to see anything beyond it. If I squinted into that pitch blackness, it felt as though I could see the witch of the forest peeking back at me from the darkness, and I averted my gaze from the window in fear. I can't see or hear it, but I get the feeling that if I leave this room, it'll be bright and warm, and someone else will be there for me. I want to get to where everyone else is as soon as I can. Bad memories from when I was very young began to well up. Horrible, harsh memories of when I started dozing off during a family gathering and was put to sleep in some room I didn't know. I remember waking up there, incredibly lonely and sobbing. I must not remain in this room. I just want to get out of here quickly. Okay. Once that thought crossed my mind, I didn't want to stay in the room a second longer than I had to. I'm scared. It's creepy. Where is everyone? I want to get out of here right now. I opened the door, trying to leave the room. A pleasant glow snuck in through the crack of the door. As I thought, the corridor was filled with a comforting light. I couldn't actually hear them, but I could sense that far away people were enjoying themselves. I'm sure everyone's gathered in the room across from this one. I've been shut up in this lonely, creepy room, all alone. I should go, quickly. As soon as I thought this, a merciless metallic sound rang out, and the door refused to open any further. The chain had been set. I always hated chain locks. You can open a normal lock just by twisting. But chain locks are built in an annoying way, and I couldn't work them easily. So I've hated them ever since I was very young. See, even this chain is causing me trouble. I just can't get it undone. Why is this happening? I just want to leave this creepy room right away. Just on the other side of this thin door, everything is bathed in a warm light. I can't undo it. I just can't undo this chain. The more desperate I grew, the more that unsettling darkness seemed to be closing in on my back, and the more frightened I became. Then, I finally noticed. There's something wrong with this chain. Yes, there is a chain, but this isn't a chain lock. This is just a chain staked into the door, preventing it from opening any further. In other words, it isn't made to be opened. What the hell's going on? Who would do something like this? Damn it. No matter what I did, no matter how much I struggled, I couldn't pull out the stake or undo the chain or break the mechanism. The door was just a demon's mouth, made to trick me into thinking it would open before crushing my hopes. Even so, if only I could just open this door somehow. I could get out into that pleasant corridor. Jesus. This desire forced me to keep my hand glued to the doorknob. But it was useless. Both the chain and the stake were firm. No matter how much I clattered them about, there was no chance of the door opening any further. Even though I could see the pleasant hallway through the crack, I had no chance of opening the door any further. Maybe someone will come if I yell. Maybe the door can be opened easily from the outside. When I thought this, I tried to call out to someone, but I couldn't make the words come out. I could mouth "someone come here," but no voice left my lips. What's going on? Someone come... Why can't I cry out? Help me, help me, help me. The mere fact that I can't say "help me" out loud is even scarier. If I turn around, the witch gazing into the room from the darkness outside might be inside this room this time, standing right behind me. I'm frightened. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. Someone help me. Someone help me. I can't get out. I can't get out. Let me out of this room. Help me. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Help me. Help me. Help me. God damn. This fucking took a turn and quick. Mind telling me how we got here? Yeah? Like, okay, we see where Battler's at mentally.
お嬢、先方がいらっしゃったそうですぜ。
Like, that's gotta be Battler then. Because of the whole can't get out thing that he said, which is, you know, what Etika echoed.
Oh.
Angie? Yeah. Wait, are we... Was that Angie? Hold... Anyway, Amakusa ran his finger down my cheek. In an instant, I woke from the doze I'd just been in. I mean, long time no see, Angie, but, huh? I glared at Amakusa for waking me up in such a creepy way, but he just pretended not to notice. Where is this? Feels like a parlor in some dignified person's house, but I have no memory of this place at all.
Oh.
Where is this? And why am I...
お嬢、寝ぼけてるんですかい？
ええ、ごめん。ここ、どこ？
はあ？
Apparently, he hadn't expected me to forget something like that just because I wasn't fully awake yet. For once, I agreed with him. Why am I in some parlor that I don't recognize? The sound of the footsteps from they, Amakusa had mentioned, had come right up to the opposite side of the door. I could hear conversing voices. Is that a woman? Judging by the coffee and snacks laid in front of me, I was the guest here. In that case, I'd better remember why I came here. Or at least who it was I came to visit. Who am I? Ishirami Ange. Who's the man standing behind me? Amakusa Juza. The man who used to be my guard long ago. He's now the bodyguard Okunogi assigned to me. In that case, is this after Aneva's death? When I've thrown off my pursuers? On that journey to find out what happened 12 years ago. Is that how it went? Do I really have a memory like this? Oh, don't start fucking with me now. After a knock, the door opened, and the person I must have come here to meet entered along with an assistant. Oh, wonderful. You've never seen her face, I can't remember who she is.
お待たせいたしました。八条東也先生でございます。
That's a relief. The assistant introduced her to me first, and I finally remembered who she was. She? Thought it was a he.
失礼ながら、先生で？
Hello?
私が八条東也です。
週刊誌に先生のサイン会の件が載ってましたぜ。サングラスにマスクでがっちりガードした謎の男性作家。まさか女の先生だったとは。こりゃどういうわけで？
あれは編集部の方に手配していただいた身があのサイン会の時後ろに待機していた海添が私でした。
こりゃ驚いた。先生の作品は読んだこと多分あんた本人の方がよっぽどミステリーですぜ。
読者など 本を読んでいるふりをしている。作者名とブランドだけで本を読み、読んだつもりでいる。
What?
彼らには私の本に何が書いてあっても何も読んでなんかいない。ただ今流行りの作品は欠かさず読んでいるとインテリぶるために、読んだその程度の者どもにどうして我が身をさらせようか。
Okay.
汚らわしきかな、汚らわしきかな。
Okay.
なるほど、確かにあなたが八条先生のようですね。
This person really is eccentric. There's no doubt about it. This is Hachijo Toya herself. Hachijo Toya is a mystery novelist who's become the center of discussion lately. It seems her books themselves have been highly praised, but it's her mysterious debut that's attracted so much attention towards her lately. Last year, she managed to win several different awards for exceptional mystery novels offered by multiple large publishing companies, submitting each of her works under a different pen name. After that, several highly regarded anonymous works were discovered, one after another, to have been stories she had written in the past under false names. And her popularity soared as she herself became more mysterious than her books. Despite all of this, the author herself never appeared in public, and everything about her was wrapped in a veil of secrecy. However, just a few days ago, this author finally made a public appearance for a book signing, showing up with a mask that covered his face, and drawing even more public attention. And yet, apparently even that had been a fake. Given this person's radically unconventional track record, it was hardly surprised to hear her casually insult her fans like this.
後宮エンジェさんのこともワイドショーでも随分いろいろやってましたから、私もよく知って。
どうせろくな話じゃないわ。
ろくでもない話ば気分一つで人を雇ったり、何でもお金で解決しようとする無法者の乱暴者だとか。
違いね
でも私はあなたのような頭のいい人
だから会ってくれたんですか？
伊藤育九郎0576が私八条東也の別のペンネームだと見破ったのはあなただけ。実に見事なるかな。
伊藤育九郎0576、おかしなハンドルネームだったわ。でも数字に直すと110億1996万576と読める。
Okay, so that's I just want to say that's 11 numbers. That's 11 numbers. Just saying. You know, the whole last time they were talking in the last episode when they were talking about, you know, deciphering the epitaph and whatnot, they said we need either 11 or 13 depending on what the riddle wanted us to do with the whole two that are close thing. That's 11 letters right there. Just want to throw that out there. That's the old 3, 6, 9, 11. Yep. Not that I could ever possibly imagine what to do with those numbers. But, numbers. 11, 019, 960, 576. This massive number is equal to 18 to the 8th power. 18 to the 8th. In Japanese, Toya no Hachijo. Okay. Or in other words, Hachijo Toya.
よくできました。実に見事。そんなあなただから私も直接会ってみたかったのです。ようこそ人の国、我が邸宅へ。
Her manner of speaking was extremely condescending, but perhaps because of her elegant manner it didn't feel particularly irritating. This person had a sort of majestic grandeur about her which made that style of speech seem almost natural. At least that's how it felt to me. In fact, it felt almost as though this was the manifestation of some noble being, who would have no need to show herself before mere humans under normal circumstances. Wow, you don't say? Since I'm not particularly a fan of hers, I guess this is proof that her mysterious charisma really is nothing to be laughed at.